Hey everyone, it's NFL Division weekend. Mitchell back here on the Sports Hub. Good morning. It's Friday. It's going to be a really great weekend. And today's preview is pretty much on all the games. The first game, the Minnesota Vikings played the San Francisco 49ers. The Vikings, they beat New Orleans at New Orleans on the road, and they also beat the 49ers on the road versus Joe Montana and Jerry Rice's team. I mean, that was back when they were playing. They were couple of the best 49er players of all time, and that's just crazy that they pulled it out back then, and they still lost 4 Super Bowls in a row under Bud Frazier. That was their coach back then, but we'll really see if they climb the stretch again if they get yet another signature win in the playoffs. I think they really have a shot against the 49ers, and Kirk Cousins could have his second playoff win ever if he gets that win, because when they beat New Orleans in the Minneapolis Miracle, it was Case Keenum that had that pass to Stephon Diggs for the touchdown. That was unbelievable. And then when they beat New Orleans, what a big shocker that was. And I did have the Vikings picked. It's not just because I have in the great game in Green Bay if we win as well, but I just think in general how good they look, and if Dalvin Cook plays as well, and they just gotta stay on top of things. Especially their defense was really tough with New Orleans, and they prevented New Orleans from coming back in a very tough Mercedes-Benz Superdome environment. I just think they have a lot of potential, and they really got to shut down Jimmy G. Like I said, it's all about defense, and then I think their offense is completely ready after how well they played in New Orleans. So that's going to be a really good one. And then as far as the AFC side that night, we have the Tennessee Titans, who upset New England in Foxborough, biggest upset of the playoffs so far. I'm so happy to say it. Tom Brady will not be playing in any divisional games this year. For the first time in forever. I was so ready for that. I think most of you guys are ready for that. And sorry for the Patriot fans, but I was so ready to see some new teams in it, and that's what Tennessee's bringing. They're just bringing a lot of hype to the playoffs, and I think that they have I don't know if they had the highest shot of beating the Ravens tomorrow, but I think it'll be decent for a half, as I said in my video of all my predictions. And that bracket's pretty much busted out in New Orleans, so I'll have an updated bracket this afternoon on the divisional. But back to that, I think it'll be good for a half, but I think Lamar Jackson, the Ravens, will prevail in the second half, and they'll get that one done. But the first game, I think, will just be really good tomorrow. I think it'll be close throughout. Second game, maybe so, but first game will absolutely be must-see TV. That's going to be good. NBC at 3:35 Central Time. As far as Sunday goes, Kansas City and Houston. From Kansas City, I'm hoping the Chiefs win because I want Mahomes to get to the Super Bowl. I mean, he doesn't have to run into Brady, so he has a legitimate shot. They won that one, and they played the Ravens. They would have to pull out an upset at M&T Bank Stadium, which would be very tough on the Lamar Jackson. But I tell you what, folks, these are the two young stars that have a lot of potential in the NFL. They have a lot of years left, and they're gonna have some Hall of Fame numbers if they just keep up what they're doing. And it'll be really exciting to watch them play each other in the AFC Championship on how well both the teams are performing this year. And the Ravens just breaking through last year for not making the playoffs to making the AFC Championship game if they win tomorrow. That's crazy. I mean, it's a year where we don't see a Patriots. That's really awesome to see that as far as the AFC side. And then lastly, my Green Bay Packers play the Seattle Seahawks. I think it's going to come down to the wire. We'll really see what happens. But if Aaron Rodgers doesn't get his A game early, I think since Russell Wilson's really performing at his prime, especially at Philly, and they nearly beat the 49ers until they got stopped at their half-yard line, kind of got controversial. Packers lost number 1 seed from it, but if he's on top of it, I think Seattle will win. But if Aaron Rodgers on top of it, it's not just about defense, it's our offense. Rodgers really has to perform at its prime, especially in playoff level. If he does, I think the Packers will win. Otherwise, I think the Seahawks will easily win at Lambeau just because of the way we've been performing. 13-3, there were a couple of wins that maybe shouldn't have been wins, but we still won. It shows the eagerness that our team has in Green Bay, and that's what's made it so exciting. So LaFleur for a candidate for the coach of the year for sure. It's really exciting to have winning football back here in Titletown, and I'm gonna maybe check out the parade tonight. They have a pep rally They have a pep rally in downtown Green Bay at 3:30, hyping up for the game on Sunday. It's gonna be a really good time. It'll be the first time since the 2016 season where you actually play competitive playoff football. So hope everyone enjoys this video. I'm very excited for a great divisional weekend of NFL. Hope the Vikings can win for us tomorrow and go Pack Go for Sunday. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.